Going on, y'all? This is the 1thowow experience. Make sure y'all like this video, comment, subscribe. I know a lot of y'all been wondering what happened to the Larry Three-Way podcast, but I had to re-innovate myself. Go back to the originality. I feel like I was just trying something, trying to figure things out, but I had to go back to the beginning. And sometimes when you go back to the beginning, when you're trying to tell your story, you got to go get people that was there, you know what I'm saying, to remind you where you come from and who you are. So today, I got my partner with me. I'm going to let him introduce himself, you know what I'm saying. Tell him who you is, bro.
People in the street know me about rules. Everybody in Spartanburg, so I prepped my whole life. It's been a journey. It's just like any other city. Ain't that too much different. Ain't nothing new on the sun, but
Definitely. Me being from Spartanburg myself, us growing up together, I know you, and I know how it was growing up for us, but let the people know what life was like for you growing up, like, in South Carolina.
in South Carolina, man, some areas might mind you other areas when you travel go out of town, but you still got like race, you gonna spend racism, you gonna spend trouble in the hood, live with your own people, just with your kids, mothers, baby mama, how you wanna call it. What you really wanna know about the city,
Like your childhood, like, how did you grow up? Did you grow up in a two-parent home, single mother home? Like, what was your childhood like?
Oh, I was a foster child. Grandparents took me in. I'm the youngest of the bunch, the baby. Say, there were 5 of us in all. Pretty much, we did what we can do to survive, like growing up down here. Back in those days, you might have a garden in the backyard, might go fishing a lot.
Mm-hmm. So you said you had 5, or it was 5 of y'all. Were you like the youngest, oldest, middle child?
So I was the youngest. Youngest of the bunch. Pretty much after everybody left home, I was still the last one there. So everybody like 15 years older than me to 8 years older than me. So you know how that is.
Mm-hmm. So what type of neighborhood did you grow up in? Like, what side of town?
I grew up on, start off on, Odell Court South, so like the south side.
Yeah.
Moved from the south side, moved to the west side, moved to the west side. That's why I pretty much grew up in on the west side of town, and so like on the north side of town.
Yeah.
Growing up in the old days, like in the 90s, but something else.
So what was your neighborhood like on the west side? Like, what type of things did you experience growing up? Was it like a peaceful neighborhood? Was it a hood? Did you see crime and violence, or it was just like, birds chirping, just normal peaceful day every day?
It pretty much like in that neighborhood, you see pretty much everything. You know what I mean? From drugs, selling, drug use, prostitution, bribery, stealing, sex.
So seeing all that, did you get involved with any of the criminal activity or the street activity?
Yeah, growing up, we got involved, breaking and entering, started drug dealing, then as we got older. So, you saw like you're part of your environment.
Yeah. So basically, it's really like what you see is what you do type shit. Like.
It depends. Some people got into it just got into it.
Like, what was your reason?
We didn't have much coming up in the household.
Yeah.
something, you had to pretty much go out there and get it yourself.
Yeah.
No more stress about the bill. Need this, need that. So look, the extra stuff you wanted, we had to know how to make a way to go out there and get it.
Exactly. As most teenagers nowadays get to a certain age, they start noticing the poverty and noticing the lack in the household, and they want to get some money, and sometimes get money, you have to do some things that you normally wouldn't do, or like later on in life you think about it. So I think we all experienced it. Basically, growing up in South Carolina, I like to ask people, because I know for myself, after high school, or just kind of at high school, reality started hitting you a little bit more. So growing up, what high school did you go to? I mean, I know for the world to know. What high school did you go to?
Spartanburg High.
So how was that? How was your high school years? Because I feel like, growing up in the South period, you grow up earlier. So high school to us is kind of like college. So what was your high school life like?
High school, pretty much got there, played football, basketball, basically like any other high school, you trying to look fresh, you trying to get the girls, you trying to, stay on top of your game, whatever. You want to play sports, so you might got that hustle. You might be working.
Exactly. And I know, a lot of us, after high school, you know what I'm saying, and we go through, these traumatic experiences, or these experiences that make us be like, dang, this real life is real. Did you go through anything that was kind of life-changing? Because I know we have these dreams after high school, we're going to do this and do this, but sometimes things happen in your life. Did you have anything that was life-changing that kind of put you on hold? A lot of people get out of high school, they might catch a charge and go to jail. Some people might lose their life. Some people might succumb to an injury. Did you have anything in your life that happened, that took you on a whole nother journey other than what you expected to go on?
Man, I coming out of high school, man, basically. So, I got about 20, 21 off my eyesight, you know what I mean?
Can you elaborate on that a little bit more? I mean, I know, but for the people, what happened with that situation? How did you lose your eyesight?
Dealing with the wrong female. Basically, God had some issues going on, and I left. It was a night when I was out with her, my homeboy out chilling. My nephew, baby mama called me up, said she needs space with her. Was I at home? I was like, nah, not there, whatever. Call. Call my girl, ask her whatever. She called out, she said, yeah, but she ain't gonna get him, so she sent her cousin up there. So her cousin, nice looking one, whatever. So she got to the door, asked me, I wasn't there about the eggs, but she still asked her about the eggs. She called attitude with, because she had her homegirls in the house, so basically started from there. And she called me, whatever, asked who the lady was. I told her she already know who the lady was, but she still was going on and on and on. She had to go get the little girl some family, so I went, at the time I thought the little girl mine, so I went and got some family, whatever, and I got that, she wouldn't let me in, so I put her down, left whatever, went around the corner. She came around now, called me the scene. Friend girl said something to her, said, why you coming around calling all that, why you calling playing on the phone? She said, I'll be right back. So we didn't expect to go that far, but she came back. She had her cousin, her uncles, and some other people with her. And her uncle talking for a second, her sisters had a couple, some shit she had mixed up, just throw it straight in my face with her. Boom. That's how that shit took place.
Whoa. So basically, this all started over some eggs. And you ended up losing your eyesight.
Yeah.
And then I also, heard you say that at the time you thought the baby was yours. So the girl who caused all this situation and put you down this journey, ended up not even being your baby mama. So when she threw this stuff in your eye, what was the reaction from there, bro? Because a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, been through stuff like that. You know, we talk about domestic violence on, you know, male, female, and I always say it can go both ways. It's not just a male thing or female. So this situation basically was crazy because you was avoiding the situation and she came back.
Yeah, came to me, you know.
Came to you.
Had on little, like I said, but around the corner, though. She came right now, she came back again, you know.
So why did she feel like she had to bring people with her, like, you know what I'm saying? If she already knew where you was at,
She knew where I was at, but the lady had approached her. She was by herself, asked her why you calling around here. So I guess she wasn't used to another woman approaching her like that. And she wasn't yelling at that, so she had to come to her level. I guess she didn't like that.
See, a lot of people go through that. A lot of people have fears. A lot of people don't know how to deal with somebody approaching them, so they get the laws involved or they want to bring people back. So that's crazy. She had an opportunity to defuse the situation. She chose to escalate and to put you on the journey. So when her sister threw the stuff in your eye, like, what was your reaction? Like, was it instant pain or did you black out?
Black out, and it was burning like it. A lot of people now did that. Like, man, you couldn't do shit. No shit was burning.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Like, you don't know unless you're in that situation, man. That's your eyes, you know what I'm saying? Your eyes is very important and shit. So, like, when this happened, like, how long was you down? Like, what was your process of, like, you know, basically, like, going from, damn, just a couple seconds ago, I was able to see, and now my eyes, like, what was your mental, like, going through that shit, bro?
Your first mental, you waking up in the morning, hoping that it's a dream. You know, I'm good, I can, but it wasn't like that. Day by day, getting used to being like that. That's the first transition. Your lifestyle, how you gonna live, how you gonna move around. So journey for you.
So like when you woke up and realized it was a dream, was it anger? Did you want to like get revenge? Like, cause in a situation like that, that's something that'll make you want to like really do something to somebody with playing with your life and your vision like that. Or were you just more grateful to be alive? Like, what was your mental after realizing like, no, this is real. Like, this is not a dream.
So I had to get there and basically get up and had to feed myself. I would feed myself. Get up, going to the bathroom, hold up, move around, period, Cause you don't know everything yet. You gotta go based off of memory. And being out and about, then the sunlight, made things, it got me.
That sunlight hurting your eyes and shit.
So it got sense with the light.
Damn. Man, we're definitely gonna have to get a little in depth with that story, man, because I know it's a lot with just, summing it up, like, what I mean, it's a lot of things that I can imagine. Well, I know, but the world, they'll probably want to be interested, in hearing more, because, I'm pretty sure somebody out there who went through a similar situation, it may not have been with their eyes, but it could be something similar to where it was a disagreement between a male and female, and, being a man, we always, we hold our shit in, we're a little bit more tougher, but, I'm pretty sure there's more people that have been in a situation like you who would love to hear your story and hear a little bit more, man, so we definitely gonna have to goddamn, break this down a little bit more into details, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, Follow my boy, Paperboi 864. Tell them where to find you at, bro. If they want to reach out to you, book you for an interview. You got a whole lot of other things going on. Matter of fact, you can tell them the other stuff you got going on, too.
Right now, man, we got Coffee business going on. We get started. Hopefully a little food thing going on. So we got a lot of I'm trying to do right now. We want to talk about it right now.
Yeah.
Trying to let everything hopefully get manifested. Do what we got to do.
Yeah, definitely. But shoot, tell them where to find you with, you know what I'm saying, if they want to hear more about your story or, you know what I'm saying, get in shape. Get in shape. Y'all know my boy stay in shape.
Hit me up on Facebook, man. Paperboi Drummond, ain't hard to find. Right up.
Definitely, man. This is the beginning, you know what I'm saying, of a lot of episodes. Like, we got a lot of, because me and bro, we done a lot of things, been through a lot of things, and we got a lot of stories to tell, and, you know what I'm saying, together and separately. But definitely make sure y'all like this video, comment. If y'all want to hear more from my boy Paperboi, you know what I'm saying, we'll definitely bring him back on here. And, you know, just the topics y'all want to hear about, you know what I'm saying. I know in this little short second, y'all probably heard a lot, but if y'all got some topics y'all want to hear, hit us up. And we also got a podcast coming soon, too, you know what I'm saying. So stay on the lookout, you know what I'm saying. Keep it 1,000. Go.